Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I managed to borrow a golden pan for a few weeks ago. Now, I was really discreet about it. I didn't really post too many videos. I thought people hardly realized I even owned one for a week. It's kind of crazy. But today, I thought that I would like to talk about the whole experience of owning the golden pan over that week and what it was like having an item like that in your inventory. Since this isn't something really that I've ever experienced before, and I don't think too many of you guys would have experienced before either. But before we get into this though, I do just want to say that I'm trying to hit 115k fairly soon, and we're super close. So if you're not already subbed, I'd appreciate it if you click the button. But anyway, let's talk about this golden frying pan. So, the first thing I want to clarify with this kind of deal I made with the owner of the pan was that for the week that I had the golden pan in my inventory, I gave over my Scorching Flames Brotherhood of Arms, a gift that meant a lot to me that I would be super upset to lose. So obviously, if anything happens to the pan, they keep my Brotherhood of Arms as an insurance item, and I don't get that back. I've lost it because I've lost the pan. But if anything happened to the Scorching Flames Brotherhood of Arms, I got to keep the pan. Now, a lot of people in my chat were basically telling me that, I really wanted something to happen to the Brotherhood of Arms, so I got to keep the pan. But honestly, no, I really wanted my hat back at the end of the week. Like, I really wanted it back. It was a gift. It meant a lot to me, and I love that hat. So, I'd be a bit upset if it got stolen, I guess. So then, at the end of the week, I basically traded it all back, and that was it. The deal was done. I got my hat back, they got their pan back, and we were all good. So generally, the experience of owning the golden pan was actually really cool. It was stressful, but it was cool. I do think some of the stress was coming from owning an item that expensive and basically hoping that nobody really tried to mess with my account. But that fear only really kind of lasted a day, and then I realized that nobody's really there consistently trying to hack me, so I wasn't too worried. The main amount of stress though was because I only owned it for a week, and in that week I was trying to make as many videos as I could with it, so then I can carry on uploading golden frying pan videos without actually owning the golden frying pan anymore. Just like the engineer video that went up while I was using the golden pan playing the NG, I hadn't had the golden pan in my inventory for at least 2 weeks when that video went up, I feel like. I also had never planned to own a golden frying pan for a week, and I never kind of thought I would have that opportunity to. Even that video of me talking about potentially buying one wasn't anything I had ever planned before. It was just a video that I replaced another one with, and I didn't think anything was going to come of it. So a lot of that week was planning what golden pan videos I even wanted to make, how I would be doing those each and every day, how much I would need to get done every single time I live streamed, and basically what I was doing for that whole week in terms of making the golden frying pan work and making other videos to hopefully not spam your feeds with golden pan stuff. Now that didn't always completely work. There were a couple of videos in a row about the pan. Now I know some of you didn't actually like the amount of golden pan videos I was doing, which is fair enough. There was quite a few, but I said from the start I would make as many videos as I could with it, and I was really busy that week, so those were just the videos I had ready. I didn't have time to record a whole bunch of other stuff. So as well as that, a lot of the plans that I had for the golden pan didn't actually get done. I got most of it done, but not all of it. So if I ever get the chance to borrow it again, there's still a lot of content that I want to be making with it, which is quite exciting. So that was the more stressful thing. Wasn't really worried too much about owning the pan after the first day, but I was trying to make the most out of the week I had it. Okay, so actually owning the pan was really cool in of itself. Like, it's a golden frying pan. However, something I noticed pretty early on is that you're basically holding a giant golden target in your hands for the whole server to make sure that you die, so they can either pick it up or they can tell you that they're the one that killed somebody who had a golden frying pan. Like, unusuals themselves always put a target on you, right? But it felt like 100 times worse than that whenever people in the server noticed I was using a golden frying pan. I didn't mind it that much, but it did make a lot of games a lot more difficult, since literally the entire server was trying to rip the pan from my cold, dead hands. So on the coolness factor, it was way up there, but from a I don't want to get targeted factor, it was pretty low down. You wouldn't use that if you're trying to be discreet. But then again, when people are targeting you and they're not that good at the video game, you're just making a whole bunch of golden statues, and that looks sick. So, it's kind of worth it. I also really enjoyed watching the reactions of people in the server as soon as they realized there was a golden frying pan there. Like, they were always trying to figure out who it was that had it, who was holding one so they could steal it. and basically just like asking a whole bunch of questions about it, which I thought was quite cool. But I loved seeing people's reactions to it, and I think they were basically reacting the exact same way I would if there was a golden pan in there and I was actually using the chat at all. The amount of times I saw somebody just staring at the ground trying to pick up the pan with their melee weapon out was insane. Like every single time, dude, that I died with the pan in my hand, the guy was looking at the floor trying to pick it up, which was actually quite nice. So I honestly thought that with the golden frying pan, I would be playing like quite a lot of TF2 that week, which actually wasn't true. Like I said, it was a super busy week that I borrowed the pan, not just because of the content, but because I'm also moving house soon. So the family was basically just sorting the whole house out for viewings and for like valuations, all of that stuff. And I was sorting things out where we're going to be moving. So there was a lot of stuff I was doing that wasn't allowing me to just sit playing TF2 with the golden frying pan. So you literally saw, if you were watching my live streams from start to finish, you saw the entirety of me playing with the pan live on Twitch, which I think was quite cool anyway. But I didn't manage to stream for as long as I wanted to, or actually get as many of the videos done as I wanted to, because, you know, the week I borrowed it, it was a super busy week. No fault of the person who lent me the pan, by the way. That was incredible that I just got to own it at all. But hopefully when my life calms down a little bit more and I get a week that I could just like be solidly recording stuff, then hopefully I get to borrow it again. Honestly, I still have like no complaints about that week. It was an amazing week. I absolutely loved owning the golden frying pan, getting to use it for a little bit, seeing what it was like. And the videos that came off it, I think were actually really good. Like some of the better content that I've made that have definitely come from live streams. So did this week of owning the golden frying pan and using it make me want to buy one for myself to use? Well, yeah, kind of. I got the chance to use it and confirm in my mind that it was a super cool item and that I would use it a lot. But I still don't think I'll be spending 4K or however much it is anytime soon on it, because it was cool. But for me, it wasn't like 4 grand cool right now, while I don't even have 4 grand still. But I'm glad I got to experience it. I think it's something really, really rare to be able to actually experience in this game, owning something like that. Even if it was just for a week, I can say I own the item that so many people, including myself, have always wanted to own. So that, to me, is pretty incredible. But anyway, I think that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. I also have a shorts channel which is about to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want a chance to be one of the first 1,000 subscribers on that YouTube channel, the link to that is down below. I also have a clips channel, or like a VODs channel, which has stream highlights stuff. So go sub to that as well.